Hey guys, welcome to the JAMBOX Show, Episode 1, Music Tech Audio Engineering. My name is Lee Evans. I'm an instructor, music producer, audio engineer, musician, and CEO of JAMBOX Entertainment Studios. JAMBOX Entertainment has been a fixture in the New York City Midtown area for over 20 years. We've worked with everyone from not celebrities to top celebrities. Our goal has always been to help amazing, up-and-coming, talented artists get to the next level. A while back, I did an Instagram post about vocal recording technique. That post got lots of love, and I've been asked to expand on that idea. So today, I'm going to do just that. So here are 10 tips and techniques to get you the best performance from your artist. Prepping for the session. So sit down with your vocalist and just talk about, get some expectations on where you want this vocal to go. What kind of vocal is it going to be? Is it going to be an amazing vocal, or is it just going to be a vocal stem? All right, so go over that. Is it going to be a processed vocal, a more natural sounding vocal? So get all of these expectations out, leave the room to grow, but at least have a direction from the outset. I gotta tell you, I don't joke around with the vocals and the vocalists. So when a vocalist works with me with a great vocal session, when they come out of that session, they're going to just feel like they had the craziest workout at the gym. And they are going to be absolutely drained. It's a lot of work. So I set those expectations right from the beginning, that it's not going to be an easy task, because the point of them being there and being in a studio like this is because you want to get the most amazing thing that you could possibly get from them. So let them know that we in there to work. Create the right atmosphere for the vocalist. Remember, you want to cater to your vocalist, okay? Make sure the lighting is right. Make sure the mood is right, okay? The setting is good. Make sure the temperature is good. The vocalist feels good. She's hydrated or he's hydrated. They have water. Make sure you use room temperature water, not cold water, okay? And make sure that they just feel really good and comfortable before you get started recording. Headphone mix. Make sure that your headphones sound great for the vocalist, okay? You want to have a nice balance between the audio, between the instruments and the vocal, okay? You don't want no crazy hums in there, no crackles, and you want everything to be not too loud and not too soft, and you want a big smile from that vocalist. But the most important thing is the latency. Make sure that they're not hearing the delay from the echo that's caused by latency. Latency is the effect is what happens when the audio files go through the computer and you're listening to the difference between the singer singing in real time and the computer playback. It causes a delay. So this is not good. So what you want to do is set your latency, set your buffer speed down to about 128 milliseconds. I believe that's an eighth of a second, yeah. 1024 is 1 second, 512 is a half a second, 256 is a quarter of a second, and 128 is a second. So, no, 128 is an eighth of a second. So you want to set it down, and if that's not enough to still hear the delay, set it down to 64. So just remember though, the lower you set your buffer speed, then the harder it's going to be for the computer to keep up. So if you have a lot of other audio files, like if you have a tracked out beat or something, you're not going to be able to play that back and plus have a very low buffer. So you have to kind of work on the difference there. 128 should be good. Sometimes even 256 will be good. But check that buffer speed every time, okay? As a mic choice, I suggest a good condenser microphone in cardioid position. Cardioid means directional front pickup. It means that the signal picks up mainly in the front of the microphone. Raise the mic stand up to the proper level for the vocalist. The proper level will be between the mouth and the eyes. Okay, and decide whether you want to close mic for a more intimate sound or distance mic for a more airy open sound. So I would suggest if you're doing a ballad and you want to get that intimate sound, then you close mic, which would be about 4 to 6 inches from the mic screen. If you're looking to do a more energetic, upbeat song, then you want to do the more airy open vocal so you can get more energy, coming at you, and it's not going to be so close and in your face. Keep in mind the proximity effect. The proximity effect will add extra bass and roundness to your vocal. A touch of that will give you a bit more intimacy into your vocal, into your close mic vocal, but too much of it will kind of mess up your vocal and make it sound a bit unreal. So just be a bit careful about that. Adjust the pop filter. Okay, the pop filter should be about 2 inches from the microphone. The pop filter will help to tame the P's, the T's, and the B's in your recording, so you don't get that buzz, that bassy thing from proximity. But at the same time, it's going to help to protect your precious microphone from yucky spit and slobber. Yuck. Don't want that. Never settle on the first take, okay? Always remember that first take might be magical, or it might sound amazing, okay? It might sound super talented, but remember, your vocalist needs to warm up, okay? The vocal's a muscle. If it sounds amazing now, if you're doing the right thing as a producer, it's going to sound even more, that much more amazing later on when you work on the song. So record everything that you could get back to, but never settle on the first take and say that's it. Keep it going. Sometimes you're working on a song, and you get caught up, the vocalist gets caught up, or you get caught up on a certain part, maybe it's a lick, maybe it's a sentence, maybe it's just something that doesn't feel quite right and doesn't mend into the song that well. All right, don't get caught up, on just kind of working on doing that part, because sometimes if it's a high note, you could either blow the vocalist out, and then they can't perform the rest of the song, or you just lose the momentum, and then the rest of the song just loses its lack and its luster. Okay, you want to make sure you keep the magic, keep that moment happening for as long as possible. If they don't get it, don't worry about it, okay? You let them know, okay, hey, this is fine, we'll get back to it, okay? And keep the momentum going, okay? You'll see that by the end of the song, okay, if you could get to that magical moment where they're in the zone, okay, and that song really starts to happen, that when you come back to that same part, it's going to be so much better. It's going to be better than if you stayed there and worked on it for another 10 takes. So don't stop the progress, okay? Keep it going, get to the end of the song, make the magic happen, then go back and make changes. Always get options and try to end on a high note. So what that means is that you always want to try to get the energy, okay? Go for those first takes, always make the vocalists feel good, keep the energy going, get them to really give their best, okay? And when they give a perfect take, that was excellent. I think we got it. Let's just get one more option, all right? Unless it's that part in the song that is really, really difficult to do, like that 50th push-up, or 20th pull-up or something like that. So, if it's not that, then always try to get an option of everything, because you just never really know, what works, especially when you're working piecemeal, you're working on a song piece by piece, so, you get something magical and you feel it and the vocalist feels it too, then now they got it. So now when they get it again, they might even get something even better. So try it again, but just make sure that you just don't overdo it and just start to lose the luster. Comp tracks. Comp means composite. We've been doing composite tracks from way back in the day. Composite tracks are simply doing multiple takes of the vocal track, and then at the end of the day you're going to take the best parts from each track and put them all together into one track. So nowadays it's easier to do than ever because we just do it digitally. When you do a composite track and you're doing multiple takes, here's the issue that a lot of people run into. The vocalist is usually going to sing the song exactly the same way 5 different times if you ask them to do 5 different tracks. This is a waste of time. What you have to do is take the time and maybe feed the vocalist ideas. Maybe try it a little higher, a little softer, a little louder, a little lower. You know, give it some variances, you know, so that you have different options to choose from at the end of the day. You're not going to know what works and what flows best until you try it. So just remember, record your ideas, put them down. Don't look to perfect it, just get them recorded, listen back, and then see what you think, and take it from there. Give your vocalist stylization ideas on how to sing a line differently. Okay, so that means you have to keep a clear head and you have to always have your creative mind going because they're going to automatically lock it in. So it's always harder to unlearn a line than it is to learn a new line. So you want to try to get them to be as versatile as possible. Don't lock in a line until you're sure you want to use that particular line. Just keep changing it up so that they don't get a chance to have it locked into their brain. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Remember to like, share your comments below, and remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next week and every week, Sunday at 3 p.m. for the JAMBOX show. We'll be here regularly on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we'll be showing our JAMBOX show Part 2 called JAMBOX Unbox, where we'll be showing you, giving you industry news, artist reviews, great interviews, and so much that you can choose and so much you can use that you just can't lose on the JAMBOX show.